Aloha, it is Dave Lawrence. How are you? We are here live at Kaka'ako Waterfront Park, and with my good buddy here from the band Sublime with Ramirez, frontman of the group, and awesome to have you here. Thank you so much for taking some time for this, bro.
Oh, totally, man. Thanks for having me. Appreciate it.
You're quite welcome. Now, you guys have, it's an amazing ride you've had as a human being, getting to work with these cats, getting to be part of like the resurgence, if you will, of the Sublime brand. Take me to your first experiences with the islands. When was it that you first came here, either with or without these cats?
First time I ever came to Hawaii was with Sublime, like a year ago, like around this time. So we've come like total full circle, you know. It's awesome. Now we have an album out, and you know we got some music videos out and stuff, and you know songs out on the radio. So you know we're stoked, man. It's beautiful. We're so grateful to be here, you know.
Is there a special vibe? I mean, Hawaii has embraced the Sublime sound for a long time. Being your second visit here, is there anything you can pick up on the connection?
Yeah, I mean, Hawaii totally like agrees with the Sublime lifestyle, you know. It's just so like laid back and like kind of carefree, you know. Put your hands in the air. So it's, you know, we come here and it's like you know it's home in a weird way, you know. Even though I've never like been here prior to last year, you know, I travel everywhere, man, and I think Hawaii is probably the only place. It is the only place that I've actually told myself like, Jesus, I could stay here, you know. So
it's that much like home. And
connects.
Say again?
It connects very well, the music and the culture of Hawaii. It runs unison.
And one of the neat things is reggae is so huge here, and through the years we've seen it only get stronger, and in so many ways it's gotten stronger on the mainland too. But you notice, as a guy, like you said, you travel all over the place, is it stronger here than in most cities that you go to?
Yeah, dude, you guys play it on the radio. You know, that's like fucking awesome, you know? I mean, you don't get that anywhere, really. You know, you get the same regurgitated stations everywhere you go. But here, it's like on the radio, you know? We were driving and I heard Fiji. They're like my favorite like Hawaiian reggae band. And I was like, dude, that's amazing. Like, you know, they would never play this on K-Rock or something, but they should.
When you were growing up, were you into Hawaii reggae bands?
Yeah, dude. I mean, I grew up on reggae, period, of all different sorts.
What led you to reggae?
Well, it was what my dad listened to. You know, he's like, you know, major pothead, and you know, he had like long hair and shit, and you know, he just always listened to reggae and rap music, you know. And then so that's kind of like what I first liked, you know. And then he started playing drums in a punk rock band when I was like maybe like, you know, 8 to like 11 or 12. So then I got into punk rock that way. But reggae was like my first love. I think like the only video I can think of that's like the oldest video of me was when I was like a little kid and I'm all banging on pots and pans to Bob Marley. I Shot the Sheriff.
Isn't it funny that the combination of your background influences the reggae and the punk, and you end up with Sublime?
Oh man, everything runs full circle. Just fucking blessed, man, you know.
What is it explain to all of us how you got the gig, how you first met the guys, and what led to it becoming a full-time thing for you?
Well, I was just in a studio. I was in a recording studio in Orange County, and I had met Eric Wilson, the bass player, and we started jamming and hanging out. And then my manager, Cheese, he kind of thought of the whole thing and asked Eric, you know, would you be down to, you know, play for Sublime? And I was like, what's Eric got to say? He's like, he was right there with me, you know. So I was like, fuck yeah. I think it's raining. I was like, fuck yeah, man. I totally love to play. So then we went to go see Bud, and we just started jamming. And one step at a time, we just put out an album and toured, and now we're here. It's crazy.
And Panic was the very first song.
Yeah. Panic was the first song we ever wrote.
And that was even before that was before your debut, sort of?
Yeah, that was just us jamming. Just like us jamming and see if, like, you know, it sounded good with us playing. And then, like, you know, it felt so natural. Then we just started writing stuff, you know.
So it's almost like the song led to the project with the band.
Well, yeah. I mean, that's when we kind of like took everything into consideration. Like, you know what? Hey, we might be able to, like,
this might be something,
you know. So it's pretty insane, man.
Is that how yours truly, was it more of the same energy? You did the one song, you said, all right, let's go play live, and then how do you end up cranking an entire record out?
Well, because, you know, we didn't get together and just put out an album and then tour on it. We we got together to like tour and play the tunes, you know, the great music that they wrote with Brad. And, you know, we had like sound checks and rehearsals, and, you know, we just started jamming. You know, we're on the bus and stuff. We got like studio rig on my bus, and, you know, we just start jamming and writing and stuff, and it just kind of happens on its own. And then you do that for like a year and a half, you know, then that's when we kind of realized, like, you know, hey, let's do an album and let's do it right. You know, we took like a year and a half to jam and get each other's styles down so tight. So then when we went to go do the album in Texas at Sonic Ranch, we had a library full of songs that we were going to choose from, and we knew how each other worked very well. So we just went in there and knocked it out. We did it in 6 weeks.
You got the familiarity through this like organic progression, it sounds like.
No, totally, man. And it's all from playing live.
Is there a lot of pressure on you? You mentioned Brad. Was it difficult? Is there pressure to begin this new chapter of them and step into the shoes, so to speak, of a cat like that?
Not pressure, man. Just it's more of like inspiration, to be honest with you, man. I mean, it's like I'm up there, you know, doing something that I didn't even think was possible, you know, ever as a fan standpoint, you know. And then I see the reaction of all the fans, and you know, it's such a beautiful thing, man. It's like there's no way that I can connect any sort of negative feeling with that, you know. And I honestly, dude, it kind of feels like he's just there with us. Like, seriously, it's intense.
I was gonna ask if you ever had that feeling. Did you see them live with him?
No, I was 8 years old when Bradley passed away. Yeah, I was young.
Check this out, dude. I was working in Boston radio, and the entire band came and played live in our studio. The whole band in the studio, electric.
That's awesome. I think
with Bradley.
Heard that.
WBCN.
Yeah.
It's a very famous one.
Yeah, dude, I heard that. He's like,
Mark Perreno was the DJ. I was his producer, and the whole band right in the studio.
I remember hearing that. It's on the box set.
Right.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it's a famous one. So you never got to see them, but yet you do get that feeling like you're sort of channeling or his spirit. How would you describe it?
It just feels like he's just there, you know? I mean, it's just such a good energy, you know? No matter what goes on with the band, like, you know, off stage or backstage or at, you know, the bars or whatever, when we're on stage right there, when we're playing music together, it feels just so amazing. And it's like, it's, you know, blessed.
Is there anything personally that you connect with these guys off stage as strongly as you do with the music?
Yeah, I mean, they're totally cool guys, man. You know, they're like big kids, you know. And
so what would you do together? Name a thing that you've done recently together that didn't have anything to do with being on stage. It was just a fun thing that you did with Bud and Eric.
Well, me and Bungo shooting quite often. We go blow things up, fire off grenade launchers. He's got like the best guns in the world, dude. But Eric, he lives in Reno, so it's kind of tough to like hang out with him. But me and Eric kick it all the time because he lives in Long Beach, so he likes to race like dirt cars. So I'll go over there. He's got like a plethora of them, man. And we build. He lives on the beach, so we'll build like these like sand ramps and like lay down and like launch the cars over. It's just fucking. It's pretty radical, man. It's a lot of fun.
And as we wrap it up with you, I've been really appreciative, by the way, that you took the time to do this right before you go on stage. What's going to be next for you guys? You mentioned that there will be more albums in the works. As you sort of look forward, describe for us what you think the next year, maybe 2 years, has in store for you.
Well, I know Bud's having a kid, so I think we're going to slow down the touring a little bit probably, and he's going to you know, be a great daddy like he is already with his daughter Chloe, and you know, we're gonna play like, you know, spot dates, maybe like a couple week run tour and stuff. But I'm working on my solo record right now, and, you know, gonna manage it too. So it's gonna be fun, man.
We're wishing you a lot of luck, and again, I appreciate you taking the time to be here with us today.
Thank you very much for having me, man. Appreciate it.
You're welcome. Aloha.